Let me guess. Somewhere along the way, you were told you didn't really need sunscreen, that black doesn't crack, that the melanin was doing the job for you. So you skipped it for years and didn't think twice. I believed it too. And I want to be honest with you because that one piece of advice was wrong and it's been costing us the whole time. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what it's been costing and what to do about it now. Hi, I'm Dana, skincare educator and founder of Beauty in Color. I help Black women understand their skin, build better routines, and age intentionally. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the melanin in your skin isn't the full sun protection you were told it was. You'll know why so many sunscreens leave that gray cast and what that's actually about. And you'll understand why, for us specifically, sunscreen is the single most powerful thing you can do for your skin's future. Not the boring last step, but the most important one. So let's start with the thing almost all of us were told in some form. That because we have melanin, we don't really need sunscreen. That our skin is already protected. That sunburn is a white people problem. Here's the truth. Your melanin does give you some natural protection. That part is real. Research puts it at roughly an SPF of 13 for deeper skin tones compared to about 3 or 4 for very fair skin. So yes, your skin came with a little built-in defense. But think about what that number actually means. Dermatologists recommend at least an SPF 30 every single day. Your melanin is giving you less than half of that. It's a head start, not a finish line. And here's the part that matters most for us. The whole myth was built around burning. You don't burn, so you don't worry. But sunburn isn't really our problem. Our issue is pigment. It's the dark spots, the uneven tone, the patches that take months to fade. And the sun drives all of it. So let's talk about why the standard advice fails us. Because there are really 2 reasons. The first is about what the sun actually does to our skin. If you've watched my video on sensitive skin, you heard me talk about how when your skin gets irritated or inflamed, it tends to leave a mark behind. That's post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, the dark spots that show up after a breakout or a reaction. The sun does the exact same thing, just more quietly. Every day your skin is unprotected from the sun. It's quietly feeding the uneven skin tone and the dark marks that so many of us are spending real money trying to fade. And it isn't just pigment. The sun is also the #1 cause of premature aging. The fine lines, the loss of firmness, the changes in texture. Dermatologists will tell you that the large majority of visible aging comes from sun exposure, not from getting older. Sit with that for a second. Most of what we call aging is actually sun damage, which means sunscreen is not competing with your anti-aging routine. Sunscreen is your anti-aging routine. And the research backs this up in a way that's specific to us. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends daily sunscreen for everyone. And they're clear that our deeper skin carries a higher risk of hyperpigmentation from sun exposure. So the very thing our skin is most prone to, dark spots, is the thing the sun makes worse. And I'm not even getting into skin cancer today, which shows up differently in our skin and too often gets caught late. That's its own conversation, and I'll give it the time it deserves in a future video. Now, the second reason the advice fails us is the gray cast. This is the real reason so many of us gave up on sunscreen. Some sunscreens work by sitting on top of your skin and physically bouncing light away. The ingredients that do that are often white or chalky. On fair skin, you barely see it. On deeper skin, that same white layer reads gray, ashy, and that washed out look we all know. So for years, the sunscreens sitting on the shelf were quietly built around lighter skin. And then we were told we just weren't applying it right. You weren't applying it wrong. It just wasn't made for you. That's a formula problem. And the good news is that many of the formulas have finally caught up. So what do you actually do with all this? I'm saving the full how to choose a sunscreen breakdown for next week, but I'm not leaving you empty-handed. Here's what I want you to walk away knowing today. First, you need it every day, not just in the summer, not just at the beach, not just when it's bright out. The rays that age your skin and drive pigment come through your windows and through the clouds all year long. And here's the part I really want you to hear. If you're spending good money on serums, on moisturizers, on treatments to fade dark spots and keep your skin looking its best, but you're skipping sunscreen, you're working against your own money. The sun is undoing the very thing you're paying to fix. Sunscreen is what protects that investment. It's the step that makes everything else you're doing actually worth it. Second, the gray cast problem is solvable now. This is the big shift. The sunscreen world is not what it was even 5 years ago. There are formulas built specifically with deeper skin tones in mind, ones that disappear completely, ones with a tint that actually evens you out. You don't have to choose between protected and ashy anymore. That trade-off is over. Third, the best sunscreen is the one you'll actually wear. If it stings, if it peels, if it leaves you gray, or if it takes too long to rub in, you're going to skip it. And a perfect sunscreen sitting in the drawer protects nothing. So the real goal is finding one that feels good enough that you reach for it without thinking about it. We'll get into exactly how to find the right ones next week. If you want a head start though, I keep the no cast sunscreens I personally reach for in my sunscreen collection. The link is in the description, and I'll keep it updated as I test new ones. Now I want to talk to my Black women for a minute because there is a part of this that goes deeper than sunscreen. I told you earlier that I believe the myth too. And here's the thing, I really want you to sit with that. That belief didn't come from nowhere. The beauty industry backed it up by never making products that worked on us and never really speaking to us in the first place. So it isn't that you missed the memo. The memo was never addressed to you. I want to gently put that down for you. The fact that you weren't protecting your skin wasn't neglect. And choosing to start now isn't vanity. It's information you were never given finally reaching you. And deciding to protect your skin now isn't about chasing youth or being high maintenance. It's you deciding how your skin ages on your own terms. In my video on sensitive skin, I told you that for us, calm is the strategic choice, not the boring one. Sunscreen is the same thing. Protecting your skin is one of the quietest, most powerful decisions you can make in order to have the best skin for you 10 and 20 years from now. Before we wrap up, the 3 mistakes I see most often so you can skip right past them. 1, skipping sunscreen because you don't burn. Burning was never the point for us. Pigment is. And pigment doesn't need a sunburn to show up. 2, only wearing it when it's sunny. The rays that age your skin and leave marks come through clouds and through windows every single day, bright or not. And 3, giving up on sunscreen because the one formula you turned to made you gray. That was one formula, not the whole category. The right one for your skin is out there, and we'll find it next week. So here's what I want you to take from all this. Sunscreen isn't the boring last step you do if you have time left over. For us, it's the single most powerful thing you can do for your tone, for your texture, and for how your skin ages. It protects everything else you're working for. In the comments, I want to know, what were you told growing up about your skin and the sun? Did anyone in your life wear sunscreen daily? I have a feeling a lot of us share the same story, and I really want to hear yours. And next week, we go from the why to the how. I'm walking you through how to actually choose a sunscreen that disappears on your skin, what to look for, what those confusing labels really mean, and the formulas that finally got it right for us. If this was helpful, subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm so glad you're here, and I will see you next week. We did it!